EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Houston Texans and the San Francisco 49ers. Tee, we're set for football, and we are underway from Santa Clara. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Check, 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 check.
Shot, 17.
On play action, Lance. He'll buy some time right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
It's no surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Okay, ready? Black shot.
And now they'll throw with Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Off of play action, here's Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Working from the gun, Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. to the touchdown pass to kick it away. Drake will start the drive on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
The throw right sideline here is complete. He's got room at the 30. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Kenyon Drake. That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Now a play fake. Lance. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. 7-7, our score after one. Throwing on first down is Lance. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. And Lance again going to keep it. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 12 more yards there and another first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go,
the ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Here's Lance. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. He takes it to the 15. A flashy move, but little to show for it.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Play action. Now it's Lance. They'll roll him out, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Ndamukong Suh in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. The Lance going to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Ndamukong Suh, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. This from 42 yards out. The kick by Bass is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Beckham will go in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, 89 yards, as his guys have now moved out in front. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Watch 18. 18's the mic.
Throwing now is Lance. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. They go play action here on first down. Crossing route complete. Catch made by Cooks. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kenyon Drake as the first half is winding down. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll drop to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Texans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
Lance now on 1st down. They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum. Big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. Now, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And Lance now to throw. Swings this out for Hunt. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Lance. And he'll find McLeod on the right side, complete. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Ray McLeod, 38 yards. And the Niners are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
So after knocking through the field way, the Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's complete to Drake. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Up the middle they go with Drake. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 42 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Caught left side, it's Beckham. And some space here. Touchdown! Odell Beckham, 54 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Lance to throw it. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up fourth down. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Johnson to return it. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He gets it to Cooks. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Now Drake. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Drake one more time on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Rolling to his right. Open man there is Collins, complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Drake. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and 6. He'll buy some time right. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins from 6 yards away. And the Texans add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They run again with Hunt. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Lance now on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They run over center with Mitchell. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. He's got Jordan complete right side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On first down, Drake. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
49ers 17.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Lance. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Johnson on the return. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
He's crying. Check that. Street. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
A give to Drake running left. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Right back to Drake. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and short, Drake. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 77 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Yeah, that's not new.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Texans, they run their record to 13-3 now on the year. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.